common retirement mistakes committed by investors when planning for their retirement. We will not only discuss the common retirement mistakes, we will also discuss about how to avoid them with proper right solution. Hi, this is Ramalingam from holisticinvestment.in. We help individual investors like you to take right financial and investment decisions. Before discussing about the common mistakes, most impactful mistakes done by investors, could you please assess yourself? Where are you in planning for your retirement? Maybe you can pause this video and have a discussion with your spouse on these questions. What are your retirement goals? Do you have a specific answer for this? What is your plan to achieve your set goals? Do you have a clear plan? Do you have a clear, specific, customized retirement roadmap? What method of savings and investment plan do you plan to use after retirement, post-retirement savings and investments? For how many years have you mapped out your retirement plans? That is, from now to retirement to life expectancy of both of you, you should have like a proper retirement roadmap. Do you have that? Can your returns match with the inflation in the long run? Do you have inflation beating investment portfolio now as well as after your retirement as well? So you can pause this video or you can take a screenshot of this particular slide and sit with your spouse and get an answer to all these questions, because that will help you take actionable steps at the end of this video. Fine. We are going to discuss about 5 common retirement mistakes people commit regularly and which has got a huge impact on their retirement. Also, at the end of the video, I'll give you a bonus retirement mistake. For all these mistakes, I'll give you solution. How can you overcome these mistakes? At the end of the video, I'll also give you a retirement planning calculator, easy to calculate your retirement corpus. Or if you already have a corpus, how long that corpus will last. You can find out through that calculator. Fine. Let us jump to the first retirement mistakes committed by the people. Right? Not planning for your retirement properly. People think, okay, I have EPF, that is sufficient. I have one pension policy, that is sufficient. That is not the way to go about it. You should have a proper retirement plan, customized retirement roadmap, planned from now to retirement to life expectancy. Starting your retirement planning as early as possible really helps you create good, adequate retirement corpus for you. I'll give you an example here. Take the case of Harish. He has started at the age of 25 and he invests monthly investment of 10,000 rupees SIP till his retirement age of 60. He increases this monthly contribution every year by 10%. This year he is contributing 10,000 rupees every month. Next year he will contribute 11,000. Then the subsequent year he will contribute 12,100. Like that, he increases his contribution every year. This is Haresh's retirement corpus plan. Suresh, he starts at the age of 45. Because he is starting late, he starts at 50,000 rupees as monthly investment and he increases that amount also every year by 10%. Right? He is also contributing till 60. If you work out Harish, if he is increasing his contribution every year by 10%, then in that case 11.3 crores will be the retirement corpus or the maturity value he could have accumulated. Alternatively, Suresh, because he is starting his contribution at the age of 45 only, though he is starting with a high amount of 50,000 rupees every month and he is also increasing it by 10%, regardless of the fact that he is starting with a huge investment like monthly installment, his corpus is only 3.6 crores. That is because of the fact he has started only at the age of 45. Right? even if they are not increasing the corpus every year by 10%, both of them, right? Haresh could have accumulated 3.25 crores, Suresh could have accumulated only 1.9 crores. This clearly shows the importance of power of compounding. The wealth to compound, to get the compounding effect, to get the benefits of power of compounding, you should have time in your favor. Haresh, as he has started at the age of 25 itself, he had time in his favor. Because Suresh started much later, he didn't have time in his favor. That is a major challenge. So start your retirement plan as early as possible. If you are closer to your retirement, just check these three things, like these three actionable steps can help you. How much liquid assets and how much illiquid assets you have got. As you are closer to your retirement, having more liquid assets can help. Illiquid assets like plot or other real estate investments may not work. Having investments with huge lock-in will not help. Have as much liquid assets as possible. Number two, like if you didn't have a retirement plan so far, if you don't have a retirement roadmap so far clearly laid out, I would strongly suggest you to create a roadmap now. You may be having some investments here and there. You may have some FD, you may have some other saving scheme, you may have a bond there, you may have an index fund here, you may have a ULIP there. Consolidate everything. That is the first step. Check whether these investments will help you meet your retirement goals. If not, withdraw. What are the left out schemes? Check, are they really performing? If they are not performing, come out of that. Keep, like in your retirement portfolio, schemes which will support your retirement goals, which are also performing. Non-supporting, non-performing schemes, withdraw and change it into like a different investment strategy in such a way that they give you better returns, right? It is better to have a retirement plan now instead of approaching your retirement without any plan. Second common mistakes people commit, which has got a huge negative impact during retirement, is having a short-sighted medical cover plan. Many people rely only on their employer-provided health insurance policy. It looks really good to have only retirement, only like a health insurance cover from the employer because there's no cost attached for it from you. But do you think this employer-provided health insurance policy will help you during your retirement? Why people generally settle for employer-provided health insurance policies? Because employer-provided health insurance is already for a huge value. It may be for 10 lakhs or 25 lakhs. And why I should have a separate health cover for additional 10 lakhs? That is the reason. But one thing what you have to understand very clearly is employer-provided health insurance policy is not going to come with you after your retirement. It will cease immediately after your retirement. That means you have to go for a fresh health insurance policy during your retirement. When you go for a fresh health insurance policy, because of age and health condition at that point in time, premiums can be higher. There can be some pre-existing health condition or diseases that will not be covered, so there will be exclusions. Also, when you take a fresh policy, there will be a waiting period for you to cover under major health critical illnesses. To get you covered under critical illness, the medical insurance company will have waiting period like 2 years, 3 years. So during that window, if you are hospitalized for critical illness, you will not be covered. That is the challenge. So from day one of your retirement, you will not have 100% cover. So my suggestion here is, if you need a health cover for 10 lakhs during retirement, now start with 50,000 or 1 lakh as the sum insured. So you will be paying very less premium. Right? So you will not use this policy to claim, you will use only your employer policy now as of now. So automatically this policy will accumulate 10%, no claim bonus every year. So your sum insured will be increased every year. All right. So because your sum insured is increased every year, also you can also increase the cover 10% by paying additional premium every year. Because of this, you will have increased cover every year. When you are approaching closer to your retirement, you will have sizable cover, number one. Even if it is not sufficient, 2-3 years before retirement, you can go for a top-up policy, or you can increase the cover in the same policy itself. The idea here is to build a track record. So from day one of your retirement, you should have 100% health cover. If this is not done, then from day one of your retirement, you will not have 100% health cover. If there is an hospitalization, you have to take money from your retirement kitty and pay the hospitalization bill. So this can lead in making a big dent in your retirement corpus. To avoid that leakage, now itself have proper health insurance plan. Also, it is advisable to create additional health insurance corpus. Third, risking your retirement corpus to risk of loss. What does it mean? What does it mean is, like, don't invest your retirement corpus in much riskier assets which has got the potential to have permanent loss of capital. Many times people misunderstand risk. See, stock market is riskier, volatile. It will go up and down, right? If you are investing in an equity fund, or if you are investing in an index fund, there will be temporary loss of capital. If you are staying the course for 7 years, the probability for permanent capital loss is less. And at any point of time, if you are investing 1 lakh, 1 lakh will never become zero in an index fund or in a diversified equity fund. That to happen, entire corporate India should collapse, entire economy should collapse, which is practically not possible, right? But at times people think company deposits are safer. Company deposits like ILFs, DHFL couldn't repay to their deposit holders. Even like Yes Bank couldn't repay to their bond holders. Punjab and Maharashtra Cooperative Bank couldn't repay to their deposit holders. So don't underestimate the risk in fixed income segment. Understand the credit risk. There the possibility for 100% permanent loss of capital is there. Don't risk your money in these kind of financial institutions. Sometimes people invest in some real estate projects and the developer never develops the project. They go into litigation and it takes 5 years, 10 years to settle it down. So that way, avoid those kind of things, like investing, locking your retirement corpus in investments where the probability for permanent loss of capital is higher. If you are closer to your retirement, you can invest 70% of the corpus in safe FD kind of investments. Balance 30% can be invested in index funds or diversified equity funds, which can give you inflation beating returns. I will discuss about this 70-30 ratio in detail with clear workings in the next point. Pension is fixed, but life is not fixed. If you are relying on a fixed pension policy, right? Most of the fixed pension policies come with fixed income, but that is not sufficient. Most of the times it is not sufficient, right? If you are getting 50,000 rupees as monthly income, you may be happy now, right? But down the line after 6 years, that 50,000 will not be sufficient. You may need 75,000 rupees because of the inflationary pressure. So you will not be able to increase your income. You will not be able to adjust this income to inflation. That is the challenge you have got with fixed income pension policies. But by the time you realize after 5-6 years, you will not have any provision to course correct. You will not have access to the corpus. You can't invest in any other place. You also lost time, right? So that is the challenge with these kind of policies. So what is the suggestion I am giving you to beat inflation? Is invest. You say if you have a corpus of 1 crore, invest 70 lakhs in fixed income securities. These fixed income securities are like, they can be in very safe investments, right? Like it can be PSU bank deposits, RBI bonds, post office time deposit, like kind of senior citizen savings schemes, Pradhan Mantri Vaya Yojana kind of schemes. So you are investing in 100% safe schemes, no risk here, no company deposits kind of, like you are investing in very safe investment. Yes, interest rates will be very low. It will be like close to 6% only. Post office time deposits can give you slightly more, but everything is safe. Even if the entire economy goes for 2 years lockdown, you will get regular income from this 70 lakhs. Even if the entire economy collapses, you will get regular income from this 70 lakhs. Such a way it is planned. 30 lakhs, you are taking a risk and investing in index funds. Index funds are volatile, it can go up and down. But if you are leaving it for 6 to 7 years time frame to complete a market cycle, it has got the potential to give historically 12 to 15% return. But for our assumption, let us take it is giving you only 10 to 11% rate. At to 10 to 11% rate, the 30 lakhs which you are investing in index fund will double to 60 lakhs at 10.5% rate of return. Between 6 to 7 years time frame, it will double. 70 lakhs which you have invested in FD kind of investments will give you regular annual income of 4.2 lakhs. Right. Now, like at the end of 7th year, when this 30 lakhs becomes 60 lakhs, you remove the gain 30 lakhs from the equity fund, index fund or diversified equity fund, you remove. Leave the principal 30 lakhs there itself. Now, whatever you have withdrawn, you add it to your fixed income kitty. Your fixed income kitty was 70 lakhs, generating 4.2 lakhs. By adding this 30 lakhs to it, your kitty becomes 1 crore. It will start generating you 6 lakhs. Again, you are leaving it for another 6 to 7 years time frame. After that, again 30 lakhs which you have left in the index fund or equity fund will double. It will become 60 lakhs. Now you remove the 30 lakhs and add it to your fixed income kitty again. Your fixed income kitty will go up to 1.3 lakhs from 1.3 crores from 1 crore. Your regular income will move from 6 lakhs to 7.8 lakhs now. So once in 6 years, you are able to increase your income. Regular income, you are able to increase it to adjust it for inflation. Unlike the normal pension scheme where the pension is fixed and you can't touch the corpus. Here, the entire corpus is at your disposal. Anytime you want to liquidate, you can liquidate. At the same time, this method helps you beat inflation. And 70% of the money, you are not at all taking any risk. For 30%, you are taking well calculated risk. But even this 30%, it is not a blind risk. At any point of time, permanent loss of capital is not there. This 30 lakhs will never become zero, right? Like DHFL, ILFS or yes bank bonds, right? Such a thing will never happen here. So this is well calculated risk you are taking to beat inflation. Next common mistake people do is when they are close to their retirement, they invest huge money in real estate. Remember, real estate gives you only 2 to 3% rental yield, and it is an illiquid asset, whereas FDs, mutual funds can be liquid at any point of time. 2 to 3% is not sufficient to generate inflation beating returns. Also, real estate investments comes with certain other disadvantages like a period of no tenants, a dry period. So that means you will not have a regular income. Also, additional costs like maintenance, water tax, property tax is also part of it. So instead of investing in real estate as an investment, you can focus on other investments which can give you additional income. When I made that initial comparison in the earlier point, 70 lakhs generating 4.2 lakhs, I assumed a 6% return. So 6% is a conservative FD kind of return, but it is sufficient. But real estate will give you only 2 to 3% return. I told you about a bonus mistake, right? This is the bonus mistake people commit. Instead of planning for the retirement, they will focus too much on repaying the loans, but they'll postpone planning for the retirement. They'll think, I will first close the loan and then plan for retirement. I will close the next loan and plan for retirement. When you go into the debt cycle, it will be difficult for you to come out of it. To close one loan, you take another loan. Immediately after closing that loan, you take another loan. You go for another EMI purchase. So all these things makes you a permanent slave to the banker. You think that you are working for yourself, but end of the day you are working for your bank in most of the cases. So plan to close all your loans before your retirement. Don't carry your loan to your retired life, because if you are not debt free, your retirement life will become stressful. So to make your retirement life stress free, you have to become debt free as quickly as possible. Now is the time to reassess your retirement plan. Again, pause this video now, sit with your spouse and chart out answers, plan for all the questions. Do you have an estimated retirement corpus? Do you plan to take up separate health insurance? Yes, no. What kind of liquid assets do you consider for your retirement? How much medical reserve are you planning to set aside? Does your retirement corpus match with your ideal life after retirement? If you find it difficult to get answers for these questions, you can discuss with your certified financial planner and try to get a customized retirement roadmap for you. Just like how Google Map helps you to navigate from one place to other place, retirement roadmap, your financial roadmap will help you from move from here to your financial future very smoothly. To find out how much corpus you need to have a comfortable retirement, or to find out whether the retirement corpus you are planning will outlive you or you outlive your retirement corpus, we have a calculator. I have created a simple Excel calculator. If you key in the basic details, it will tell you whether you can rely on the corpus or what is the reliable retirement corpus. You can easily calculate. It's much easier. You can click the download link below this video in the description box and get that Excel calculator. Hope this video has cleared most of your questions on common retirement mistakes and kindled your interest in planning for retirement and could have strengthened your retirement plan to some extent. If you have any additional questions, you can book a free appointment with our certified financial planner and discuss about your retirement plans or other financial goals. Also about your investment plan, you can discuss with them. To book a free appointment with our certified financial planner, again, I have given you one more link in the description box. You can click that link and book the appointment with our certified financial planner. We regularly host investment webinars, which are insightful and enlightening. Every webinar we call an investment expert. They will discuss about wealth management techniques, strategies, investment plans, like how to compound wealth. All those things are discussed in detail, at length, in depth. If you want to participate in our insightful investment webinar, again, one more link in the description box. You can book your seat through that link. You will get the invite for the next insightful investment webinar. In the investment webinar, you can ask your questions to the investment experts straight away. They will answer the questions at the end of the webinar. Hope you like this video. I will prepare one more useful video and meet you in the next video. Thank you. Bye-bye.